Right now, former President Donald Trump arrest and arraignment hours away. New overnight, the major ruling from the judge in the case.
Plus, the brutal murder of a Madison mother shot in her own home. This morning, investigators turning to the public to help revive this cold case.
And we had some light rain overnight, but it is dry for now, but we are expecting some more rain later this afternoon. We'll time it out coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us on your Tuesday. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly, it was nice to see a little bit of rain overnight. We have more on the way, too.
Yeah, we do. We've got several hours now of some dry weather, so if you have anything to do outside, try to get it done now. But later this morning into the afternoon, we are expecting some more light rain to spread in. But right now, our high-resolution radar showing nothing across the Madison area. We did have some of the showers out there toward Platteville over the last hour. But here in Madison, we've been dry for a while, so some of the roads may be a little bit wet, but a lot of that has been drying because of the dry weather the last couple of hours. Up to the north, though, we are watching some more rain spread across Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau, down toward Fond du Lac. That's going to sink down to the south, so later this morning, we'll start to see that rain move back into the area. Temperatures right now, chilly, but not as cold as yesterday morning. 53 in Madison, 54 in Janesville, 51 in Camp Douglas. Occasional light rain, especially going into the afternoon with temperatures only in the 60s today, but we warmed up quickly. With that sunshine near 80 tomorrow, for the rest of the week, we're looking at dry conditions. So we got the light rain now. We'll have to wait until Saturday afternoon for the chance of showers and storms. So as we head toward the noon hour, starting to see some of this light rain spread into the area, especially from Madison areas to the east. Steadier rain, keeping temperatures really cool in Watertown and Juneau. We'll be in the mid-60s where they really don't see the rain. Mid to upper 70s out there in parts of Grant and Crawford County. So looking at some light rain to redevelop later this morning into the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-60s. We're going to be warming up for the rest of the week. And also we have a chance of some rain for the weekend. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. A live look now at Miami, Florida this morning, where we're getting new information overnight on Donald Trump's upcoming court appearance. Happening today, the former president will be inside a Florida federal court for his second arraignment in the last 3 months.
And new overnight, a new ruling from the judge about what the public will be allowed to see and hear today. The judge ended up denying a request from media outlets that were trying to get video and audio access to the hearing. Instead, the public will get to see a transcript of the proceedings. The former president facing, of course, more than 36 charges alleging that he mishandled sensitive materials. He is expected to plead not guilty to 37 felony counts.
The total volume and the scope and the sensitivity of this material is an intelligence catastrophe waiting to happen.
I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person.
Upwards of 50,000 protesters are expected at the courthouse today. After the arraignment, the former president plans to head back to his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club, where he's expected to give remarks and hold a fundraiser. The CBS Evening News will bring you the latest developments in a special report tonight. Nora O'Donnell will be anchoring from Miami, so tune in starting at 5:30.
Some breaking news overnight. 22 U.S. service members are hurt after a situation involving a helicopter in Syria. At least 10 had to be evacuated to hospitals outside that country. The military says it's investigating the cause, but it says, quote, no enemy fire was reported. We'll bring you any new details we get on this breaking news throughout the morning and the rest of the day over on channel3000.com and our News 3 Now News app.
New information now on the interstate collapse in Philadelphia. It could end up having some major impacts on the supply chain. Something like 9% of cars that pass through the interstate are commercial trucks. They'll now have to take long detours through rural roads. That could hold up shipping and trucking. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania's governor has issued a disaster declaration that will allow the state to get federal help more quickly and help speed up the repair process.
Back in Wisconsin, people living in a Fitchburg apartment building have to find somewhere else to stay this morning. A fire has them out of their home. This happened along Pheasant Ridge Trail yesterday afternoon. This is near the Beltline and the Rimrock Road exit. Nobody was hurt, fortunately. Firefighters are still looking into the cause.
Search teams headed back out this morning to look for this boy right here, 13-year-old James Yablonsky. He is thought to be near Devil's Lake. There's a picture of him on your screen right now. If you could come take a look. Police say they got a ping on his cell phone near the state park, and they found a makeshift campsite with some of his things there. If you see him or you have any information on where he could be, the Sauk County Sheriff Office wants you to give them a call. That number is 608-355-4495.
In Madison, police are asking for the public's help in solving a decade-old cold case of a mother murdered in front of her children. Julia Majette was shot and killed in her home on Madison's east side in front of at least 2 of her 3 kids. Police say 2 unknown men entered her home on North Thompson Drive on June 12th of 2013. The 2 men also shot at her husband, Dante Vance, but he survived. The current detective on the case says nearly 400 police reports were generated at the time he took it on 2 years ago. He says the investigation was thorough, which makes this search for more information even more important a decade later.
At this stage, this far into an investigation, this many years down the line, we very much are reliant on information and assistance from the public. We're very confident that members of the public and possibly members of Mr. Vance's family have information about this investigation that would be extremely beneficial to this case.
Anyone with information on the shooting should call the Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
State Democratic leaders are joining Attorney General Josh Kaul and community advocates to introduce some new gun safety protocols. That legislation aims to close the background loophole and establish some extreme risk protection orders. It would also make gun safes, barrel locks, and trigger locks tax exempt to encourage safe and responsible firearm storage.
Every Wisconsinite deserves to live, work, play, attend school, or go to church in peaceful communities, free from bullets.
The Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health reports more than 50% of gun owners in the U.S. do not adhere to safe firearm storage practices. That includes 55% of gun owners with children living with them.
Democrats are sounding the alarm on school safety initiatives they believe are at risk now that Republicans on the State Budget Writing Committee have canceled funding for them in the next budget. The Department of Justice's Office of School Safety actually got its start under the Scott Walker administration. It most recently received an injection of federal dollars under Attorney General Josh Kaul. That money, though, is going to run out at the end of the year. Republicans have opted out of replenishing it from state funds. Kaul says the impact to kids could be immeasurable.
He said, I'm reaching out to this program because I know it works, because when my friend reached out, I got the help that I needed. And those kinds of interventions help keep our kids safe. I can't think of a more worthwhile investment for our state government to be making.
Now, Republicans leading the committee say they've kept the base level of funding in. They just aren't going to increase it.
6:07 now. New research out this morning on the number of kids treated for mental health disorders. The CDC says 15% of kids have received mental health treatment. Most of them are between the ages of 12 and 17. Boys more likely than girls to have taken prescription medications for their mental health, while children remain the most likely to have received mental health treatment. White children were more likely to receive mental health treatment, while Asian children were least likely. The percentage of children who received mental health treatment in the past 12 months was also higher in places that were more rural.
43 Wisconsin veterans will be honored this weekend in the nation's capital. They'll be inducted into the Vietnam Veterans In Memory program. The program highlights vets who came home from the war and died from causes related to their service, from things like PTSD or Agent Orange effects. The ceremony will be live streamed online Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll be sure to put a link on channel3000.com for anybody who wants to watch it.
Happening this week, some fun pop-up events to take the kids to. Half a dozen area nonprofits are working on a string of mobile Madison events. They'll bring fitness, fishing games, free books, and food to a couple of different area parks this week. The first one's happening tonight at Brittingham Park downtown. A second one scheduled for Elber Park on the west side Thursday. They run from 5 to 8 in the evening, and you're encouraged to bring the whole family.
All right, it's 6:08 on your Tuesday. The White House honors the Badger women's hockey team. Coming up, how the players are describing their experience.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Ryder, live from Black Earth this morning. We're at Veterans Memorial Park, where the Concerts on the Park returns tonight. And we've got a preview of all of the fun and music next.
Plan your trip on Metro Transit's newly redesigned service. Visit mymetrobus.com, call 608-266-4466, or look for ride guides and yellow vests out on the streets.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
The garage door is America's new front door, so why not look at it in a whole new way? Let Precision's experienced designers come to you. Let us show you the difference a new Precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
It's easy to get lost in investment research. Introducing JP Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David.
Connect with an advisor to create your personalized plan.
Let's find the right investments for your goals.
Okay, great.
JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Imagine life without that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. Now there's an amazing non-invasive medical option available here. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery, no steroids. A natural solution that helps restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. Don't spend one more day in pain. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Learn more about these non-surgical procedures at QC Kinetics.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Plan your trip on Metro Transit's newly redesigned service. Visit mymetrobus.com, call 608-266-4466, or look for ride guides and yellow vests out on the streets.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're following some breaking news overnight. 9 people injured after a shooting in Denver. It happened near the arena where the Nuggets won the NBA championship when celebrations were winding down. Denver police say 3 of the victims are in critical condition. 1 suspect was also shot. Police identified that person quickly and took them into custody.
Nuggets fans were going crazy after the team won their first championship last night. The Nuggets ended up defeating the Miami Heat in Game 5 of the finals from Denver's Ball Arena. Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic scored a game-high 28 points and was named the league's finals MVP. His teammates after the game talked about how just this run was so special.
This team is special. I knew it from training camp and just been like telling them all the way through training camp the whole season, we can do this and just believe in ourselves and each other.
And check out the celebrations after the game. CBS News is reporting this morning that shooting happened in this area where the most fans were gathered about 3.5 hours after the game. Again, as celebrations were winding down. The city of Denver, by the way, plans to hold a championship parade for the Nuggets on Thursday.
6:13, back in the 6-0 wake. Concerts in the Park returns to Black Earth later today.
Josh Breiter is live at Veterans Memorial Park with a preview of what we can expect this year. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Beautiful morning here. The sun is coming out. Hopefully that rain is going away for the return of Concerts in the Park here at Veterans Memorial Park in Black Earth. This is a summertime event and it's back for the first night of the summer coming up tonight right here where I'm standing. A couple of the folks in charge of it all this morning, Tom and Beth, are here with us. And you guys started this 23 years ago. I mean, that's crazy. It's been that long.
It is. And it's amazing that we've had funding, corporate funding, that we've been able in a small community have concerts for 23 years running. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing.
And Beth, this has been a huge part of this community.
Yes, it has. It's been a wonderful place for families to gather, and it's just been all around a great experience. I look forward to organizing it and helping fund or just pull it together every year.
Yeah, and it takes a community of support to be able to pull something like this off.
Oh, sure. I mean, we have not only the music, but we have nonprofit serving food. So, you know, we have the Legion, we have the Knights of Columbus, we have ourselves, BE Events, serving food. So it's a community event.
Yeah, and this is something that lasts throughout the summer, and there's really kind of a variety of music that's going to be out here, Beth.
That's correct. We try and pick or get a variety of different genres every week if we can. We do also still like to promote people who are locally talented to bring their music, their bands. So we try and at least get some bands that are somewhat local or have members that are local. Yeah, it's...
What's the best way for people to be able to support concerts in the park?
I think just show up. We do pass around a donation bucket, so that's part of our fundraising effort. The donations from 2022 is paying for about a third of the concert cost this year. So, but show up, have fun is the best way. Just enjoy the music.
Yeah, and starting off with some blues tonight.
We have blues tonight. We have a great blues band, and they travel all over the United States. And I just read their bio. They're traveling through Europe this year, so it's going to be a great concert.
Awesome. So come on out, 6:30, and this is lasting through the summer.
This will last 6 weeks through the summer, exactly, through the end of July.
Very, very good. So plenty of time to come out. Guys, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully we have a beautiful night with the sunshine. I hope this is a tease of what to expect later on today, guys. If you'd like to learn more, I posted this story on channel3000.com, including a link to their Facebook page so you can see that lineup throughout the summer.
Do you know what's right next door to this?
What?
The Black Earth Children's Museum.
Oh, you love that place.
It's great. Take the kids all
Right
the time.
there, yep.
A lot to do there.
Thanks, Josh. Don't forget
Great
to let
community.
Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Okay, on to Kelly Slifka now with your first warned weather. A chilly morning out there, Kel.
Yeah, it is chilly this morning, and as Josh mentioned, we're actually seeing a little bit of sun that's peeking through some of these clouds after some of the light rain that spread through overnight. We're going to get a break from the rain for a little bit over the next few hours, so if you have any outdoor activities you need to do, probably try to get it done before 11 o'clock, because after that, it looks like some of this light rain that we're seeing up to the north toward Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point area, some of that is going to be drifting down to the south and eventually bringing us some more rain. Unfortunately, it's not a lot. Some areas to the east, well to the east, we'll see some pretty good rains, but it looks like Madison, maybe 1/10 of an inch. Over in Juneau and Watertown, 1/4 of an inch. But areas to the west, likely not to see much at all. And we need the rain. I tell you what, we started out the year pretty well with the amount of rain, but it's the growing season. Since March 1st, our deficit is nearly 5 inches, and we've only had just over 7.5 inches of rain. So in May and June now, we have not had a whole lot of rain. So that's when we really need it to get things growing. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot going forward. Just some of that light rain that'll be moving in as we go through the late morning hours in the afternoon. And with the rain around, clouds around, probably hold us in the 60s throughout the day. Getting back into some sunshine and quiet weather with temperatures near 80 tomorrow. Our next chance of rain, these are going to be pretty scattered, will be coming in Saturday afternoon. So today, temperatures held down due to the cloud cover. Westerly winds will make it feel kind of cool, and you'll need the jacket all day long and may want to bring that umbrella for later this afternoon, as we are expecting some of that light rain to move back in. 53 at Madison, so it is chilly this morning, but seasonably so. 51 in Stoughton, 53 right now in Sun Prairie, Waunakee at 51 as well. Here's that pesky storm system sitting over the Great Lakes. It'd be nice if it gave us a little bit more rain than what we've seen from it, but just brought in some cool weather and some of these spotty light showers. So some of this rain moving back in as we get toward the early afternoon hours. You can see most of this to the east over there in Dodge and Jefferson counties. Madison kind of on the fringe of it, but we'll get that tail end of it toward the rush hour. And then as we get toward sunset, a lot of this passing down to our south, we'll get into some drier weather. So the first warm forecast after today, the chance to rain pretty slim. Best chance on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Temperatures near 80 going into the weekend. That looks just dry and very warm. One thing we haven't had to deal with much lately is the smoke, but it looks like some of that may be returning tomorrow, and I'll have that forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Dairy Month this morning. We got a special guest with us who's brought some treats for us.
You knew I was not going to miss an opportunity to have Brian Haugen from Culver's up early to talk all things tasty and dairy with us. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
Thanks for waking up so early.
Our pleasure. We're
Can't
happy
say
to
no
be
to
here.
this, that's for
No.
sure. So, hey, Culver's is known for supporting local farmers. I've seen those blue barns really across southern Wisconsin. There's one in Beaver Dam. How do you guys actually support farmers?
We do a lot with the local FFAs without all the individual Culvers. They're individually owned and operated, and we do shared nights, 10% of sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for June Dairy Month? Anything special going on at the store?
Not for a lot of the restaurants are doing the 10% nights for the FFA. This week is the FFA convention here in Madison.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to meeting a lot of the members. And
So that's to say 10% of your proceeds will go to
Yes.
the FFA.
Can I go ahead and
That's
load
very
this
cool.
up?
yes.
Let's go. Look at the snacks we have. So tell
are you
us what
going
we
for?
brought here.
We have sprinkles. We have vanilla and chocolate custard, which is fresh frozen custard. It is made throughout the day in smaller batches, so it's a premium ice cream, less air in it.
I'm just going to go with everything.
We have
Go wild, buddy.
we
Go
have
wild.
Oreos, sprinkles, cherries, strawberries, my favorite strawberries, and cookie dough. We have over 40 different toppings and mix-ins.
Whoa!
Yeah, and we have shakes, malts, and for the summer.
We had a question.
Yes.
What is the difference? You guys only sell custard.
Yes.
You don't sell ice cream. What's the difference between custard and ice cream?
Custard has less air in it.
Less
and
air,
it is,
okay.
Has more cream in it.
Okay.
So it's a richer product.
It's premium, Stanford.
Premium ice cream.
We know that already.
It's premium. This is the only place I eat. We had you guys at our wedding. Couldn't be happier. Brian, we are so glad you could bring us some snacks, talk a little bit about Dairy Month this morning. Thanks for waking up early.
My pleasure.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, it's the end of an era for one of America's favorite game show hosts.
Better believe it, but before we head to break, get to that story, a look at gas prices this morning. We'll be right back.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam, same day glasses. 2 pairs plus eye exam for only $79.
Ryder Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get an Explorer and get 0% APR financing for 36 months, $1,000 low APR cash, and $1,000 retail bonus cash. See your dealer.
Oi, buddy, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
The history of your home is in your air ducts. Every soccer match, every game of fetch, every home improvement project accumulates dirt and dust in your ductwork, impacting the efficiency of your HVAC system and the air quality of your home. Combat the buildup of everyday living with a whole system air duct cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians extract contaminants from your ducts into our specialized cleaning trucks, so you dust less and your family breathes easier with cleaner indoor air. Go online to schedule your free estimate today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Arby's shoulders a great weight when crafting its deluxe Wagyu Steakhouse burger. And with great weight comes great responsibility to make irresponsibly huge burgers. Arby's, we have the meat.
Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of Progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Kevin sent in this stunner of a pic. He's always getting these nature shots for us.
It's nature.
It's nature.
It's so neat.
You guys make fun of me a lot.
Yeah. Those fawns are all over the place now this time of the year.
They are. Do you know how small these little guys are? They're smaller than my dog.
And they always say if you see one, you're supposed to leave it alone.
Yes.
Because the mama will come back for it.
Don't touch it.
Not my kids. My kids will just chase right after it. Hey, thanks, Kevin, for the pick. It's a good one. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. Well, big news in the game show world. Pat Sajak announcing that he's stepping down as host of Wheel of Fortune when the 41st season of the show ends. 41 years. What a run, huh? So this new season is going to kick off in September. Sajak is 76 now. He hosted the show since 1981. He says it's been a wonderful ride. He's going to continue working as a consultant on the show for a few years after his hosting duties. And so one more year for Pat Sajak.
Could you imagine 41 years on the same show?
I can't imagine.
See you guys later. I've been here for 5 years.
This is going to be you in 35 years.
If I look that good at 70-something, sign me up.
There you go.
Did Rob Starbuck anchor this show for 41 years?
No, they launched it in the 90s.
He did 20 years ago when I was here. So.
It was a long time.
That was a good run. Rob, I hope you're watching.
All right, 6:25. Over to Kelly with the final look at the weather.
Yeah, we had some light rain overnight. A lot of that has now moved down to the south. So we've got some dry weather here for most locations. There might be a sprinkle here and there, but we're watching a batch of rain that's going to move in from the north a little bit later on. Temperatures are a little chilly right now, sitting at 53 degrees.
All right, folks, we're going to be back as we give you a live shot from Black Earth.
First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Intuitive sit to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused. Or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
We're talking about cash backing. Not a game. Not a game.
We're talking about cash back.
We're talking about cash backing.
We're not talking about practice?
No. We're talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
We're talking about cash back. Not a game.
We've been talking about practice for too long. Word.
No practice. We talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
I mean, we're not talking about a game. Cash back like a pro with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
When you you download the Pick and Save app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Pick and Save app. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2023 Atlas Family SE Tech with 4Motion models. Limited inventory available.
Happening right now, a 13-year-old still missing. We'll have the latest on the search for him.
Same situation for a lot of folks is that in the dairy industry.
Plus, milk dump. Dairy farmers say they have too much. How dairies are working to get back on track.
And here's a look outside this morning. Kelly's tracking some much-needed rain.
Yeah, we are looking for that rain right now. Our radar is fairly quiet, but we are looking at some rain up to our north. Could be kind of a rainy afternoon. More coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. We're in the First Warn Weather Center talking about that rain that we so desperately needed. Got a little bit overnight, Kelly. More on the way, too.
Yeah, right now it is quiet. It rained about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but most of the rain is now pushed south of the border, at least here in southern Wisconsin. You can see kind of a clean slate here. Maybe a few sprinkles over there toward Platteville. Actually seeing a little bit of sun coming through at this hour. Most of the rain up to our north. Now, this is the area of rain that will likely continue to sink down to the south and fill in, especially areas of Madison to the east. Basically, I-39 will be kind of the cutoff of the moderate rain, at least going into the afternoon hours. But we are expecting some more of that to come our way. So if you are headed out, you might want to take that umbrella with you or a light rain jacket. Right now, 53 at Madison, 54 in Janesville. The Dells at 54. Watoma sitting at 54 as well. Light rain later this morning into the afternoon hours. Most of this from Madison areas to the east. That'll keep our temperatures only in the 60s today. We'll get back into sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures are warming up close to 80, and then it looks like the chance of rain pretty slim until about Saturday. That'll be our next chance of rain. But as we head toward the noon hour, some of that rain starting to sink down to the south. But as mentioned, basically east of the Dells from Madison areas to the east. Could be a solid area of rain over there in Juneau and Watertown for the afternoon. Some of this spins into the Madison area as we go through late afternoon hours into the early evening. Then a lot of that starts to dissipate. Temperatures only in the 60s today, so it will be rather chilly. You'll need that jacket or sweatshirt all day long. By the noon hour, we're up to 63, expecting some of that light rain to spread into the area. We'll talk about the forest fires up north in Canada and how that may affect our air quality tomorrow, coming up in about 15 minutes.
Thanks, Kelly. Happening now, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office continues to look for a 13-year-old boy who's been missing since yesterday morning. Police say a recovered family car and a ping on James Yablonsky's cell phone led then to an area near Devil's Lake. That cell phone ping led officials to a makeshift campsite where some of the 13-year-old's belongings were found.
It's a very good sign that there's a campsite. He has several changes of clothes at his campsite. He has a phone charger there. He has a pillow that we know of. So hopefully that's a good sign.
Authorities have not said whether the boy is believed to be in danger, but his father did report a missing handgun. Nearly 100 officers searched the area late into the evening, with civilian search crews expected to start back up this morning.
On your screen right now, a picture of James. Take a look. Again, just 13 years old. If you see him, if you have any information on where he might be, you should call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office. That number is also on your screen. It's 608-355-4495. And of course, as we get new details on this developing story, we'll bring them to you live right here on News 3 Now this morning. We'll also push that information out in real time via our News 3 Now news app.
Madison police are investigating after they say a woman reported being stabbed at a downtown bar. The stabbing reportedly occurred at a bar on part of West Main Street in Madison at about 7:45 Sunday morning. Police say the woman did not immediately seek medical treatment, but later went to a hospital in Dodgeville. An investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers.
New information, police in Monona are looking for help figuring out who's behind the graffiti on the city's skate park. In a Facebook post, officers say it was recently vandalized. Anybody who might know who did it should call the Madison area Crime Stoppers. A closer look at the graffiti right here on your screen. There's also a cash reward for any information leading to a citation.
Down to Fitchburg, where police are investigating after a home and vehicles were hit by gunfire. This happened yesterday around noon near the Thirsty Goat on High Ridge Trail. Officers say bullets hit a home while people were sitting on the front patio. No one was hurt. 3 vehicles were hit, though. Officers ended up arresting a man who they believe was involved. On Memorial Day, a shooting in the same area left 3 men injured, and it's unclear if the 2 shootings are related.
To the nation's capital now for continuing coverage on student loan relief. No matter what the Supreme Court rules on the topic this summer, tens of millions of borrowers with federal student loans will have to restart their payments in October. The Department of Education says interest is going to resume a little earlier, September 1st. The DOE says it will reach out to borrowers with more information, so keep an eye on your email and the federal student aid website.
A live look at Racine this morning, where in the last day they received some of the highest rainfall in the state, about 1/4 of an inch. The rest of the state didn't get much, maybe a few hundreds. Later this morning, the U.S. Drought Monitor is going to come out. It is unlikely, though, any recent rain is going to do anything for the flash drought. In Nebraska, Kansas, middle of those states suffered from exceptional drought this morning. Rains moving through those areas, though, are chipping away at the dry status.
It's 6:35. Let's take a live look now at the state capitol, where lawmakers will be talking about a bill to overhaul Wisconsin alcohol regulations. For nearly 5 years, they've been working on this 156-page bill. It would create changes at every level of alcohol business. Those include a new division to oversee liquor laws that would enforce, largely ignore laws that are already on the books. That includes a ban on shipping liquor or beer directly to customers. It would also require updates to laws from the 1930s that haven't kept up with new craft breweries and wedding barns. The legislature could vote on that bill within the next few weeks.
6:35. Hey, take a look at this. Milk producers are dumping hundreds of thousands of gallons of milk across the country. Justin Malone's a 3rd-generation dairy farmer and part owner of Hastings Creamery, which oversees 45 dairy farms in Minnesota and Wisconsin. He says there's just too much milk and not enough equipment to keep up.
It's the same situation for a lot of folks, is that in the dairy industry is we just don't have enough processing to handle the amount of milk that the dairy industry is producing right now. Updating equipment in there and doing different things to try to make it more efficient, to help more dairy farmers in the end. You know, that's our goal.
The Hastings Creamery produces 150,000 pounds of milk every day. In Minnesota, some dairy farmers are now selling their cows to try and balance the oversupply issues.
It is 6:36 now. Coming up after the break, heat stroke and heat exhaustion. Do you know the difference? We'll have the warning signs in our Health Watch.
And we did have a little bit of light rain overnight. Right now it is dry, but there is some more rain lurking to our north. We'll have that first warm forecast coming up.
Plus, we're live in the 608 this morning, coming to you from Veterans Memorial Park in Black Earth, where Concerts in the Park returns tonight. We've got a preview when News 3 Now This Morning continues.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture, ETC.
Get 11% off great gifts for Dad at Menards. Skill delivers power and performance with the PowerCore 20-volt power tool system. Pick up the Skill 20-volt brushless drill and impact driver combo kit for just $88.99 after rebate. Skill has the convenience and portability of cordless tool operation while providing advanced power and torque for the bigger jobs. Grab the Skill 20-volt recep saw for just $69.99 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test. Oof, still yellow. Whitening toothpaste can only do so much.
There's Toothpaste White and there's Crest 3D White Strips White. They whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
So much whiter.
Crest.
Want a smarter way to mop? Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with hundreds of scrubbing strips that absorb and lock dirt away for a mop and bucket clean in half the time. Mop smarter with the new Swiffer Power Mop.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get a new Ford Edge with 0% APR financing for 36 months. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. Because around here, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after a car accident or return to the job following an injury, it's us fighting the odds and the insurance company to make sure you get the compensation you and your family deserve. No one loves a great comeback story more than Lawton Cates, which motivates us to fight for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Theirs is a bond like no other.
I like to please them up.
Deepened through dual cancer battles.
I got diagnosed with stage 4.
Then I got brain cancer.
News 3 Now first shared their story in 2017. Now this remarkable mom and daughter reveal a heartbreaking update.
It's really hard. She's my very, very best friend.
What they want you to know about their journey and their inseparable bond. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Okay, we know that hot weather will eventually get here. So we have some timely reminders about heat-related illnesses. This is serious stuff. According to the CDC, the heat kills more than 700 people in the U.S. every year. While heat-related illness can affect anyone, the CDC says those most susceptible include those 65 and older, anyone with high blood pressure, and people who work outside. Heat exhaustion. Those symptoms include heavy sweating, cold, pale, clammy skin, and fast, weak pulse. Experts say get out of the heat if this happens to you or someone you know. Loosen up the clothes, take a cool bath, maybe sip some water, and avoid going outside during the hottest part of the day.
Waking up a little bit earlier to enjoy the sunrise and maybe spending more time outside over the sunset, because those moments of less extreme heat can allow us to be outside enjoying fresh air, but also being safe.
Heat stroke is more serious, and it's actually a medical emergency. That's when the body heats up to 103 degrees or higher. Those symptoms include hot, red, dry, or damp skin, fast, strong pulse, and confusion, a loss of consciousness. If these symptoms happen, call 911 right away and try to get that person to a cooler place, apply cool cloths to the body, and don't give that person anything to drink.
Something to be aware of as we see some humidity levels return in the extended forecast, Kelly.
Yeah, that'll be next week. We may have to be concerned with maybe the heat index. We really haven't had to deal with that because we just have not had any moisture in the air. It's been very dry. The dew points have been in the 30s and 40s, which is very dry. They will be going up a little bit today, and that hopefully will lead to a little bit of rain. Right now, pretty quiet in the Madison area. Most of southern Wisconsin got a few sprinkles there in Crawford County and also Grant County. What we're watching is areas to the north of the Dalles, Camp Douglas, seeing some rain, some showers all the way up through Wausau. This is the rain that we can expect going into the late morning hours in the afternoon. Right now, our Queen Bee sky cam in Platteville showing a mostly cloudy sky. Things are looking brown out there. The drought conditions just look not great. We're under a moderate drought, the shading in brown. The yellow is abnormally dry. I expect when this next drought monitor comes out, which will be Thursday, that will likely expand and maybe actually get worse across all of southern Wisconsin, because the light rain that we've had over the past week and what we're seeing today is not going to do anything as far as that's concerned. In fact, we're expecting less than 1/10 of an inch here in the Madison area. There might be some decent totals, but that'll be up in the Fox Cities, up toward Green Bay, where they may pick up a 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Madison's kind of on the edge of the accumulating rain today. Light rain develops later this morning into the afternoon, so I know we're dry for now, but you might need that rain jacket later today or the umbrellas. Temperatures hold the 60s, so you'll need the jacket all day long. Warmer temps come our way tomorrow, and also we'll look at some sunshine, and that'll warm us up to near 80. Our next chance of rain will hold off until the weekend. Right now, 54 in Madison, Platteville 55, Jaysville 54, Juneau right now at 53. Cross Dane County, all of us holding in the lower to middle 50s, 51 in Cross Plains, Sauk City at 53 degrees. This is the storm system that's just been sitting and spinning. Unfortunately, did not produce a lot of rain for us, but has kept us rather cool and kind of unsettled. Expecting some of that light rain to pinwheel on in going into the noon hour. We'll start to see some of that move on in, and that'll keep us on the cool side. Areas to the west, still well into the 70s, but where we're seeing rain from Madison areas to the east, temperatures holding in the 60s. This rain, once again, probably 1/10 of an inch or at most for most locations, maybe a little bit more toward Watertown and also Juneau. We haven't had to deal with the smoke the last few days, but that may change tomorrow on the backside of this storm system tomorrow. Even though we're expecting sunshine, may see that milky white out there as some of these forest fires in Saskatchewan and also Alberta move southward into the northern tier of the United States. May have to deal with some air quality issues tomorrow, even though we are expecting temperatures to warm into the low 80s, near 80 Thursday and Friday. There's that chance of showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. That's our only chance. Otherwise, we're heating up. Temperatures well in the 80s much of next week.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Hey, folks, we're coming up on 6:45. Got time for the 6:08. Josh is in Black Earth to talk about a big concert that's going to happen right in the town square. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're here at Veterans Memorial Park. We're less than 12 hours away. This place is about to get rocking for the return of concerts in the park tonight. You better be a part of it because this is a big part of the community, and it's back starting today. A couple of the organizers are up early with us this morning, Tom and Beth. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful day. We're hoping that rain is going to be staying away today.
Absolutely, absolutely. I question it, but we got our fingers crossed.
Positive vibes, right? So concerts in the park, this is a big part of this community, and you guys started this, what, 23 years ago?
23 years ago. We only missed the COVID year, so we've been going 22 years strong.
You know, you talk about this community, Black Earth, small community. Everyone kind of knows each other. I know we've had people that are waving, honking, going by. You know, this is a big part of this town.
It is, definitely. And this community has been just like a family. Like, people come together. If there's a need of any sort, a family in need, the community comes together and really helps everybody out. So this is one thing that we bring that we think is, it just brings everybody together. So it's a perfect event.
Yeah,
just perfect.
And this is obviously special for you two as well because you got married here at Concerts in the Park, what, 14 years ago?
It'll be 14 years in July.
So this is pretty special. I know you guys are a hoot. I really love you guys. This is so much fun, but this is a special place for this community.
It is, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, it's the cross-section of people that attend is amazing. You have seniors sitting under the tree in the shade trees. You got families out here. You got kids in the playground, and it's always fun to listen to music. How can you go wrong with that?
You know, and the first night is going to be some blues tonight.
Blues band, the Chris O'Leary Band. They're out of New York and play nationally, and we're really excited to have them, and yeah, it's going to be a fun night.
What's really cool too is this is for the community, but you guys also partner with some nonprofits too, so there's also a good cause here.
Our BA Events Committee actually helps organize a lot of different events, but we definitely work with the nonprofits in the area to provide food and just an opportunity for them to do some fundraising. We have other events that we sponsor, like the Field Days event that's coming up in August. We also have fireworks display. We have a lot going on. So it's all about community.
I love that. All right, let's put the information up on the screen right now. So plenty of time. Tonight is the first night, but if you can't come tonight, there's still plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, 6 weeks of concerts. It'll be great. It's absolutely wonderful.
Starts at 6:30. The music will last how long?
Typically, they go till 8:30. We have a great lineup this year. We have the Neil Diamond impersonator. We have the Elvis impersonator coming. We have the Jimmys next week. We just have a great lineup this year.
I love that. Well, thank you guys so much. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. I love Black Earth. This is such a fun community. If you'd like to learn more information, I've posted links to this story on channel3000.com, including a link right to that B Events Facebook page where you can learn more about this lineup. Leah, I know your husband, Zach, is from this community. I know so many people are part of this community. This really is a special place to come together, and tonight's going to be rocking here at Veterans Memorial Park.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about getting back for that concert, but I go to bed at 6.
It's a little past our bedtime.
Work.
Josh Sprider, thanks a lot.
Remember to let Josh know it inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. It's 6:48. Coming up in the morning sprint, a shooting as fans get wild to celebrate the new NBA champs.
But first, we want to say happy birthday to Callie. And all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Post says the key is under the Bizanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You were made to act spontaneously. We were made to help plan accordingly.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
A live look at Miami this morning, where 50,000 protesters are expected for Donald Trump's arrest and arraignment later today. The former president faces more than 36 felony counts of mishandling classified documents. According to a CBS poll, 76% of Republican voters believe the indictment was politically motivated. And new overnight from the judge in the case, he will not be allowing video or audio recordings in the courtroom. Instead, a transcript will be provided to the public.
Breaking overnight, 9 injured after a shooting near the arena where the NBA championship was played last night. It happened as celebrations were winding down in Denver. Denver police say 3 of the victims are in critical condition. One suspect was also shot. Police have identified that person. They did so quickly and took them into custody. Nuggets fans were just going crazy after the team won its first ever championship. Denver beat the Miami Heat in 5 games. Nikola Jokic, the finals MVP. The city will host a championship parade on Thursday.
Search crews will pick back up their work this morning at Devil's Lake looking for a missing 13-year-old boy. They found a makeshift campsite in the area with some of James Yablonsky's things, but they haven't found him. Police aren't saying whether he's in any danger, but his father did report a missing handgun. If you have any information, you should call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office. That number, 608-355-4495.
Organizers are rallying behind healthy meals in Wisconsin's schools and food reimbursement incentives for local food supply chain. Yesterday, a Feed the Kids rally was held at the state capitol where people were calling for an end to students worrying about whether they can afford lunch. A $120 million budget proposal would pull from the state's $7 billion budget surplus.
There's a new replacement for Madison's superintendent this morning. Longtime staff member Lisa Vistad is working as the interim fill-in right now. She'll lead the district while the Board of Education works to replace Dr. Carlton Jenkins permanently. Before her retirement in 2020, Vistad worked in different roles for the district for nearly 20 years.
U.S. Department of Labor says situations leading to 2 employees suffering serious hand injuries could have been avoided. OSHA has proposed nearly $300,000 in penalties for Abbey Land Foods in northern Wisconsin. It comes after investigators found 17 serious safety violations. Since 2013, OSHA's imposed $56,000 in penalties over 22 serious violations for the Abbotsford meat processor.
In Milwaukee, a nearly 6-hour standoff is over. The suspect's still missing after police found the person they were after wasn't even in the building. Law enforcement drove an armored vehicle onto the lawn of a home near the Timmerman Airport around 11 yesterday morning. They thought a person connected with a homicide was in the apartment. That person, not. They're still on the run this morning.
Police in Philadelphia say they're working to identify a body that was recovered from the wreckage in the I-95 road collapse. Crews are now working around the clock to demolish the road and start the month-long process of rebuilding it. It all happened when a tanker on Sunday caused the bridge to collapse as it was carrying 8,500 gallons of fuel that burst into flames, causing the collapse, closure, and major delays throughout the city.
The owner of a partially collapsed building in Davenport, Iowa, pleading guilty to a civil infraction for not maintaining safe conditions. In court documents, the owner was ordered to pay a $300 fine plus court costs. The building collapsed over Memorial Day weekend. It killed 3 people and left dozens without a place to live. Demolition efforts are now underway for that building.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we had some light rain overnight, but it is dry across most of southern Wisconsin. Just a few sprinkles here in Grant and Crawford County. We're watching this area of rain up to the north. This will be sinking down the south as we go through the late morning hours into the afternoon. That'll bring us some more light rain. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a whole lot for us, but might need that light rain jacket or umbrella this afternoon. 54 right now in Madison. Janesville 55, 55 in the Dells, currently 55 in Mineral Point as well. So looking at mostly cloudy skies. Next several hours dry as we get toward the noon hour. Some of this light rain spreading on in. The more steady rain is going to be to the east of Madison, but some of this will swirl on in later this afternoon, and that'll keep our temperatures only in the 60s throughout the day before that rain starts to taper off. Going into the evening hours, by tomorrow, we're back to sunshine and warm temperatures and dry right through Friday with temperatures near 80. Next chance of showers and storms will come in Saturday afternoon.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Stick around. We'll be back with another news and weather update in 30 minutes.